All right, we are back here live at Impact, and we have Eric, who won last round. If you were watching live on Twitch, you already know that. And then we have Nate on Burn. Both of these competitors are 2-0. It looks like we got Rock Lobster versus Scissors Lizard. So Rock beats Scissors. Looks like Eric will probably be playing if I had to guess. But both of these players are playing for 3-0. And it looks like Nate's sideboarding, maybe? I don't know. I'm not sure. But yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out with us tonight. If you're watching on Twitch, please jump in that comment section. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what decks you want to see, and I can try and get them on camera. That goes for YouTube and, of course, for Twitch. But yeah, we have Eric and Nate. Dog versus Burn. And we have a pair down. So that means we might only be playing 3 rounds. If the pair down loses, this will be the final round of the night. But yeah, if you're in the St. Louis area, it is only about 9 o'clock. We're open till midnight tonight, so you guys can come on up. About 15 minutes from downtown St. Louis in the fabulous Fairview Heights at 49 Ludwig Drive. Make sure to follow us on all social media channels. We will be getting started momentarily once Nate gets shuffled up. Alrighty, here we go. Alrighty. Was that a skewer the critics? Okay, so Nate on a mulligan here. I don't know if this is his first or his second mulligan. They were resolving mulligans when I got into the booth, so I'm not quite sure. We will know pretty soon, though. Nate plays Boros in pretty much every format. And as I said last round, Eric playing this green-black Yawgmoth ad nauseum. Meaning, he plays it a lot. Oh no, no lands for Nate. Yeah, I can't keep that. So this is at least 2 mulligans, so at least 5. Maybe even 4, I don't know. Not what you want to see in your feature match, for sure. You want a nice competitive match. Although, I guess any deck, if any deck were to mulligan well, it would probably be Burn, you know? It's got to deal, in Modern, probably about 17 points of damage. Alright, let's have a keeper, Nate. Okay, there's land. He's got to keep this. You just got to keep it. Alrighty. There we go. I think... Oh, okay. Well, I was going to say I think Eric won the die roll, but then Rock beat Scissors. Down to 19 goes Eric. Got a Goblin Guide. Getcha. Probably not going to be a block here from Eric, I would imagine. And that's a land, so Eric will get that land off the top. So Eric is at 17. Whether he wants to use the life counter or not. There's a grist. Right on time. Mill the top card. It's an overgrown tomb. Pass back. Sunbait Canyon. That's a good draw. He needs lands. There's a Swift Spear. 1 mana, 1/2 with haste and prowess. Get in. Attack you. Trigger. Wall of Roots revealed, so no free land for Eric this turn. Block the pest to the Goblin Guide. And I believe Eric is at 12. I'm not keeping track of life. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Nate. Yeah, there we go. My math was right. There's a Wall of Roots. It's a good blocker. We'll fetch down to 11 goes Eric. But yeah, as I said, starting this round, there is a pair down, so this might be the last round. If the pair down, the other 2-0 win, or I'm sorry, if the 2-0 loses, this could be the last round, or this will be the last round. If they win, we will have a 4th round. So just a heads up, if when I come back, don't be surprised to hear the pair down lost. And that's the end of the tournament. Alrighty. So he's drawing his lands. He needs to stop drawing them now. We will Lava Spike. And Lava Spike. So that means we've got 2 prowess triggers. We will attack. Trigger the Goblin Guide. How does Eric want to handle this? I'll block the 3-power creature with the Wall of Roots. Makes sense. And are we just taking the 2? Still deciding on blocks, it would appear. Okay, so take no damage. Saying it's 5 damage total. Yep, there's a trigger from... Both of them forgot the trigger. So we've declared blocks, I assume. I'm going to put a -0, -1, and we are going to go ahead and Chord of Calling for Haywire Might. And the Haywire, oh, okay. So this is before blocks. Okay. All right. Life totals are correct. Counting mana. Chord 4, 3. Oh, cord for 4. We're gonna grab Shieldred. Sure, that seems really good. Is this all before his draw step? It is. So he goes to 9. Shieldred might have just slammed the door shut here. Yeah, Nate kind of slouched over rather. Just kind of mulliganed to 5 and wasn't really able to push through enough. Now, that's not to say this game is actually just over, but it's going to be rough to win from here because we're going to activate Grist, sack our insect, get rid of your Swift Spear. This is a Skewer the Critics, I think. It's one of the new breaking news cards from Outlaws at Thunder Junction. Oh, okay. Attack, yeah. Nate just bluffing. Undercity straight to hand. And Skewer the Critics. Take down. Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, Nate. Got the Shieldred off the battlefield, but this Grist is still a problem, making blockers pretty much every turn if Eric wants Grist to. Ignoble Hierarch. The milled card for Eric. Another Wall of Roots. 3 mana here. 4 mana. Sure. There's Yawgmoth. If I remember correctly, Nate is not one to concede. Undercity, we're going to surveil for Eric. I'll put an Undercity into the graveyard. Gonna pass back. Eidolon, okay. All right, that's not nothing. That's not nothing. Constant source of damage if Eric wants to play into it. Nate's going to be kind of forced to play into it. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. Grist just kind of eats everything at this point. Any creatures, at least. And I just don't think Nate's got the draw steps left to be able to outlast Eric's attacks. Boros Charm? Hey. I mean, if he goes runner, Boros Charm, and a burn spell, does he win that race? He does currently. Attack you. Well, no, he doesn't win the race, actually. Turn. Take you to 5. Yeah, and Nate had to lose a life to cast that. I don't know what he drew. Is it a lightning bolt? I don't think Eric can do 10 points of damage. So if he just has like bolt. Unless I'm unaware of some lifelink somewhere. Nate counting. Gonna activate Grist, mill, make a insect, and attack you. Lightning bolt. Okay, so down to 2. Does Nate? Oh, is Nate gonna steal this? Lightning bolt you. Is that it? Oh my gosh, Nate just absolutely stole this, I think. Yeah, that's it. Nate wins. Oh my gosh. Because Nate was at 5. He was about to get on the next attack. He was going to be dead. But back-to-back lightning bolts means that Nate takes down game number 1 here in round 3. And again, I'm not sure, obviously, how the other undefeateds pair down is going. But this could be the championship match between Eric and Nate. And Nate just kind of stole game number 1 on a mulligan to 5. Hitting, as I described, that runner. That was awesome. I have no rooting interest, but that was just cool to see. You know, a mulligan to 5, and then you hit exactly the cards you need. Pretty cool. Let's see if Eric can bounce back here in game number 2. As Nate takes game 1, and that was something else. That was something else. All right, these players are starting to sideboard. Let's get our win marker for Nate there. But yeah, thank you everybody for hanging out with us tonight here at Impact. If you're watching live, feel free to participate in chat. If you're watching on YouTube, thanks for hanging out. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And either way, whether you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, make sure, hey, if you want to see a deck, let me know. Put in the comments if you want to see a deck for next week and you're watching on YouTube. Put it in the comments. We do Modern every single Friday at 7 p.m. over on twitch.tv/Impact Gaming Center. We have a lot of fun. And yeah, I am more than willing to, if we have the deck in the room that you want to see, I can try and corral it so that you can see it on live and in living color. What an absolute crazy game number 1. Nate went runner. Boros Charm, bolt to kill Eric. That was something else. Looks like he's boarding out Lightning Helixes. Boarding in Rest in Peace. This makes sense. And that was on a mulligan to 5. Absolutely crazy. Oh, so Eric's got a 2-lander. Is it a good 2-lander though? Looks like he's still contemplating it. Nate, still shuffling. Might as well not make your decision until your opponent at least presents their deck to shuffle. Alrighty, here we go. Boros Charm. Lava Spike. Lava Spike. I forget the name of the 2-mana card. Alright, so he's got 2 lands. I mean, I'm sure he's keeping. And an Eidolon. Yawgmoth, the play. Off the green-black Horizon land. I can't think of the name. Inspiring Vantage. Rift Bolt. Suspended. Pass turn. Zulaport Cutthroat, the pickup for Eric. Play an Undercity Sewer. Gonna surveil and put a Yawgmoth to the bin. And a Delighted Halfling. And there's Bolt. This is Bolt Resolve. Down to 15 already. Bloodstained Mire. Gonna crack. And here comes Eidolon, I assume. Yeah. Green-Black Yawgmoth doesn't really play any traditional removal spells. Grist is a great removal spell, obviously, but in terms of like Fatal Push or Ultimate Price or things like that, doesn't really play anything like that. Or Leyline Binding, obviously not playing white, but maybe it does in the sideboard. Certainly not in the main deck, though. All right, I pass back. I think Eric has, yeah, a collected company, so. Spike you. Down to 12. Skewer you. Down to 9. And Nate goes to 15, because obviously he's taking 2. Does he want to attack? Board of Calling. Instep. I guess he didn't. A chord for 2 here. I think he does lose a life since he tapped the land. Let me go make sure that they know that. All right. Yeah, they just didn't update the life total on the phone. All right, so Haywire Might inbound off of the collected company. This is gonna be close. Eric just looking at all these 2-drops like, I can't really cast either of these. He's got the Spike Feeder. Back to Nate. Spike Feeder is a 3-mana 0/0. Spike Feeder enters the battlefield with 2 +1/+1 counters on it. You can tap 2 to remove +1/+1 counter from it. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, and you can remove a +1/+1 counter to gain 2 life. So, quite good against the burn deck. He can mitigate playing some of these cheap creatures. We're gonna Lava Spike. So this will take Eric to 3 and Nate to 13. I don't know what. I have no idea what's in Nate's hand. Obviously, Eric's showing us a little. He's got a Zulaport Cutthroat and an Agatha's Soul Cauldron and a 3rd mystery card. Oh, he's got a Skew. Oh my gosh. And a Searing Blaze. Holy smokes. So Nate's hand is pretty crazy. Oh, so, okay. So Eric removing a +1/+1 counter from Spike Feeder to gain 2 life. So Searing Blaze. Yeah, this is interesting. So if he's Searing Blaze is the Spike Feeder, Eric will just remove the +1 counter to gain 2 life, and I believe the spell will fizzle. Definitely don't want to do that. Let's see. Eric gonna go for Agatha's Soul Cauldron here, I think. That'll take him to 3. Which I think almost seals his fate, because Nate's hand is just so good right now. Crack the fetch land, drop to 12, rather. Probably just gonna get a mountain. Oh, he's fetching. Down to 10. This is in response, I'm sure. Searing Blaze the Halfling. Landfall has happened, so that'll be 3 damage. Obviously, Nate drops to 8 here off of the Eidolon trigger. Yeah, Eric just kind of shakes his head and down to 3, or down to 2 rather, yeah, because it's 3 damage. Nate drops to 8. Spike Feeder gonna sacrifice itself to gain 2 life back to 4. But that Boros Charm says I can deal 4 damage. And he's got a Skewer the Critics as well. So the Spike Feeder is now exiled with Agatha's Soul Cauldron, which means basically Eric can gain 2 life at any point. So Boros Charm you to 4, force you to use your counters to gain 2 life, and then Skewer the Critics. Seems to be the win. This drops Nate to 6, though. Their life total, Nate's life total is incorrect. They missed the 2 damage from when he casted Searing Blaze. And then Skewer you for the game. Eric kind of just like, yeah, not much I could have done. So there you have it. Nate gonna move on to 3-0 after mulliganing in game 1 to 5. Holy smokes. And again, in that game 1, he had runner, 4 mana burn spell, 3 mana burn spell, 3 mana burn spell, and things just lined up. Hey, Nate is a great player, especially when he's got a burn deck in his hands. Congrats to Nate. I don't know if the pair down, we had another undefeated. They got the pair down, though, so I'm not sure. I will come back momentarily, let you know if that pair down won or lost. If they did, however, lose, this will be the last round. So I will be back regardless. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Les Alex. You can subscribe to me on my YouTube channel. Go do that. But I will be back momentarily to let you know whether we are playing a 4th round or not. Thanks for hanging out with us here at Impact, and we will be back for more action momentarily.